The build-up to a clash of titans. The political rivalry between Barack Obama and Donald Trump has long been one of the most watched in American history. Even before Trump entered the White House, he built his brand partially on questioning Obama's legacy, starting with the controversial birther movement, falsely claiming Obama was not born in the U.S. This baseless accusation planted seeds of tension between the two powerful figures and ignited a political grudge that would last for years. As Trump's presidency unfolded, he worked tirelessly to undo Obama-era policies, from healthcare to climate regulations. The bitterness was no secret. Supporters of both men waited for the moment Obama would respond directly and unapologetically. That moment finally arrived, not through random interviews or social media jabs, but on a well-lit stage during a nationally televised speech that stunned both critics and fans. The speech that broke the silence. Barack Obama, known for his poise and eloquence, took the stage at the 2020 Democratic National Convention to endorse Joe Biden, but it quickly became clear this speech wasn't just an endorsement. It was a direct, passionate, and historic takedown of Trump's leadership. Without resorting to insults, Obama used his signature calm tone to describe Trump as a president who treated the office like a reality show and failed the basic responsibilities of governance. He painted a sobering picture of what America had become: divided, chaotic, and vulnerable. "He hasn't grown into the job," Obama said. "Because he can't." The line pierced through the noise of politics and landed with weight. Viewers across the globe understood, this was Obama, gloves off, calling Trump out with facts, experience, and integrity. And from that moment, the internet erupted. Trump's reaction behind closed doors. According to insiders, Trump was not expecting such a direct attack. He believed Obama, the ever-presidential figure, would avoid confrontation. But the speech hit nerves that Trump couldn't ignore. Furious and pacing the halls of the White House, he reportedly lashed out at aides and advisors, demanding a counterattack. His tweets that followed were chaotic and defensive, lacking the composure Obama had just demonstrated. What made it worse for Trump was how widely the speech was embraced. Even some moderate conservatives admitted that Obama's words carried weight. The speech quickly trended on every platform, racking up millions of views and sparking commentary from world leaders. Trump found himself in a rare position, not controlling the narrative but trying to contain its damage. A message that reached every corner. Obama's speech wasn't just a jab at Trump, it was a call to action. He reminded Americans of what leadership should look like: thoughtful, compassionate, and unifying. Young people, disillusioned voters, and even skeptics of the Democratic Party found themselves inspired. For many, it was the first time in years they felt clarity in chaos. Obama's message wasn't about returning to the past, it was about protecting the future. The speech reached millions through YouTube, Twitter, news broadcasts, and even memes. Every sentence was dissected and replayed. Lines like "Our democracy is at stake" became rallying cries. Celebrities, activists, and former officials reposted clips, praising Obama's courage and clarity. It was no longer just a speech, it had become a movement of its own. The legacy comparison intensifies. The contrast between the two presidents became starker than ever. While Obama was celebrated for dignity and diplomacy, Trump was being scrutinized for division and drama. Media outlets began drawing direct comparisons between the two men's approaches to leadership. Poll numbers shifted. Public trust wavered. And for Trump, who thrives on dominating headlines, being outshined by his predecessor cut deep. Obama's words continued to echo beyond that one night. Universities taught the speech as a modern example of persuasive political rhetoric. Leadership forums quoted it. Historians noted it as one of the most powerful political moments of the decade. Trump, meanwhile, struggled to regain footing, launching attack after attack that only seemed to highlight his insecurity rather than diminish Obama's impact. Regret and redemption in the public eye. Though Trump never publicly admitted regret, his actions spoke volumes. He tried to rewrite the story, accusing Obama of spying, attacking his policies more aggressively, and amplifying conspiracy theories. But the damage was done. Obama had exposed what many already felt, that the country needed not just a new president, but a return to values that transcend politics: honesty, empathy, and unity. Years later, Obama's speech is still referenced in discussions about leadership under crisis. It wasn't just a reply, it was a reckoning. Trump, once the master of the media cycle, had been publicly humbled in a way that left a permanent mark. In a single evening, Obama didn't just respond to years of attacks. He delivered a speech that made history, and made Trump regret everything.